It's a beautiful fall afternoon here in Rockville. Welcome back, everybody, to Cars and Cows, home of Backros Fabrications and the Dole Family Farm. Thought I'd shoot a little video today on our old 56 four-door station wagon that we call Backros Betty. She's, I guess, say the flagship for our business. Got all our parts and stuff on her. So, yeah, let me put this thing on pause, turn the camera around, and we'll talk a little about her. Hang tight. All right, I'm back. Yeah, it's a beautiful day today. Weather's perfect. Couldn't ask for nothing nicer. You can see my old 55 there in the background. That's old Swap Meet Sally. I'll be talking about that old car in future videos. But today let's talk about old Betty here. She's 56 four-door 210. This car come out of the factory. I cannot remember where she was made. I looked at it on serial number when I first got her. I don't remember where this car was built at, but she was originally a 6-cylinder 3-speed car, two-tone green. And when I pulled the front fenders off of her, I found some markings from the factory on the cow. But somewhere down the road, she got painted red and white. When we got her, the top was still white, and I changed that to red. I found a good buddy of mine. I see him every year at the swap meet at the Hot Rod Reunion, but he had a brand new old stock visor. That sucker was still in the paper, and I got that visor off of him. Got it put on. Found out later at one of the Tri-5 National shows that I didn't mount it right, but I did not know that at the time because I copied off a friend of mine had a visor on his car, but them screws ain't supposed to be in there. But it's on there. It don't matter. And I had to make the brackets for it. I couldn't find them nowhere. I made those brackets to get it mounted. But yeah, a good friend of mine, Raleigh, he helped me build this car, but him and his son went up on the Kentucky-Ohio border and brought her home for me. I had to work. I think I found this car right after the 2018 Tri-5 Nationals. I found this car I can't remember if I found it on Marketplace or if I found it on eBay. But we struck a deal, and I give Raleigh the check and everything, and they went up there and brought her home to us. And it wasn't but just a few short days later, we started tearing this thing down. We tore the whole doghouse off of it, and it's got a new 350 crate motor in it. And let me open the hood up on it, and she's going to be showing some pictures of what it looked like when we brought it home. But as you can see, I made the end under the hood and everything look pretty nice, or at least I tried to. I got all the fenders and the doghouse all patinaed. I still like a lot on the body yet. I'm still working on that. But, it's just a matter of time and a little work. But, yeah, we put a lot of our parts into this old car. I'll be showing that in the dash here in a second. But our hood latch support and our plates, I got that on it. I satined everything I put on the old wagon here because I like that satin look myself. That's just my preference. I've liked it for a long time. And we used to sell these radiator panels. Of course, everything we sell is polished. Everything is sent to advanced plating and gets polished. But like I said, I satined it all. And when I got it back, got done satining, I shot a matte clear, just rattle can matte clear over it to protect it. And then I made that breather cap for it, hood for it, and also kind of done some work. Those are some Speedway motor, just tall valve covers. They came primered, and went over to a friend of mine, Albert. He's got a real nice Eastwood bead roller, and so I went over to his shop, and I just took some flat plate right here, just some flat pieces, and just rolled a bead in them to match my breather, and then I just kind of TIG welded them on there and everything. Done a little body work. Also made I made that fan shroud, and again I went over to Albert's and we running bead rows in it. Got it looking pretty good. And another little thing I done to it, when I got it, the alternator stuck way up here, so I made all new brackets to put it down lower where it look a little cleaner. I spent a lot of time hiding wires and just trying to make everything look as neat and as I could. As you can see, I got the battery. It's all turned around backwards. I got the wires in behind it, and I got some poly up against the body where it won't ground out. But I just wanted everything to look neat and clean, no wires showing or anything. Also, what did I do here? Can't think off the top of my head, but we put power steering, power brakes on it. I put aftermarket tubular A-arms, put coilover shocks and springs on it, on the front of it, sway bar. I bought a lot of stuff up from Strader's Classics up in E-Town. I think Raleigh, I worked third shift, and Raleigh come got me real early one morning out by where I work, and he drove me to E-Town so I could sleep. And we went up there to Strader's and spent quite a bit of money up there that morning. I bought a missing off of it, got some stainless from Strader, bought all the power steering, power brakes, A-arms, the shocks. It seems like I bought something else from him. I can't remember. I think, yeah, I got the sway bar from him. And then another one of our vendors, Strader is one of our vendors, by the way, up at E-Town, but another one of our vendors was Larry Miller, used to own and run L&T Reproductions in Missouri. I bought a lot of stuff through him also back when he was in business. He's since retired, but I bought a lot of the chrome stuff from him, and a grill and stuff like that. I can't remember if I got the front bumper from him or if I got it from Strader. Can't remember. But patinaing a paint, man, it's I don't know, it's a world of its own. I watched tons of YouTube videos on how to patina stuff. And there's one guy, I'm not going to say his name, but everybody knows he's up in Ohio. I think Columbus, Ohio, I think's where he's at. I'm not going to say his name, but he's the king of patina. There ain't no doubt. There's a boy that lives here in town. It's got a white and black 55 Chevrolet he done, and I mean that thing is just downright awesome. I love the patina look, but that's just me. I'm not knocking the shiny guys because I know older guys, they like the shiny stuff, and I do too. I'm not going to lie, I like the shiny stuff, but I can't afford the high dollar paint jobs right now. And so, I really dig the patina look. And another thing, I don't have to worry about driving this car. You know, I don't worry about scratches and dings. I don't want it dented by any means, but little scratches and dings don't bother me a bit. And this whole car is just fun to drive. We get out and drive it on weekends and stuff. Tomorrow night, I think, is the last cruise in Bowling Green. I'm gonna try to go to that tomorrow night and shoot some film. But I come up with the that brown color, and so I incorporated it with my dash. All my garnish moldings, I haven't painted those yet, but all my dash and my engine, everything was that brown. I created that color. I went to two different uh, car part paint stores here in town, I guess you'd say, and nobody had the exact color I want. So one of them, I went through his catalog and I found it's an industrial paint. And then he gave me some flattener and some black tint, and I just come home and started mixing until I come up with the color I wanted. And it's funny, I wrote the formula down on a paint paddle, of all things. But and another thing, this steering column, it come from a buddy of mine, old Strader up in town. We think it's out of an old Chevrolet van, but got the steering column from him. But we've got all our parts in here. We've got our dash bezel kit, all our knobs, our three-piece, that's a CD dash. Got our clock delete, got our speaker cover, and then of course the CDs, these modern radios fit in there just perfect. Got our 2-gauge panel, and I use Classic Industries instruments. Forgive me if I'm messing the phone up a little bit here. I'm not the greatest photographer or filmer. And I haven't done my door panels yet. I'm still working on interior stuff. We've got all our door handles, window cranks, and our little old knobs here for the door locks. We got those. But yeah, and also we sell our door seals for the 4-doors. So they'll fit 4-door wagon or 4-door sedan, as well as we got the ones for the 2-doors. And like I said, everything comes polished that we sell. And I'm still working on interior. I got a lot yet to do to it. And I think I'm going to go with a dark brown loop pile carpet. I like that old school look. But one of the other things I did, I built me a roof rack for it. And I had to make my own dies to make the bends and stuff like I wanted. 2 or 3 things I wanted to do to make it fit the car good was to get that radius here to match the roof. So I worked hard on doing that on the brackets, and then I made this angle here on the back of the rack to match. I guess you would call this a C pillar or a D pillar. I don't know, but I made it match the angle of that, where that all looks the same. And then one other little thing I did to it up front, I made the curvature of the front of it match the curvature of the top of the roof. So that's same, it's got the same radius as the roof. I wanted that to match. I went to a local hardware store, farm supply store we got down the road, and I bought some old yellow poplar boards that they sell for fencing, and went over to my buddy Riley. His son-in-law at the time had a planer and all a table saw. I went over and worked on making all those, and then I just put some linseed oil on them. That's all I done. Of course, I went over the boards with a router and all that, but I just put linseed oil on them to protect them. And what else can I tell you about this old car? Future things I got going on. This old car, man, it's been hacked on and whacked on by who knows who in the past 50, 60 years of its life. It's got a lot of Bondo in it. Nothing wrong with Bondo. I use it myself. Us poor guys, we're Bondo nuts, I guess. But I got to put rocker panels in it yet. The rocker panels are pretty well eat up in it pretty bad. And like I said, this old car, man, it's been worked on by who knows who over the years. But she's coming along, and we get out and have a big time in it. One thing I'm still needing is these corners for my rear bumper. I do have the center. I got a brand new chrome center got the wagon center for the license plate to fit in, and I've got some real nice old stock bumper guards that I got off a Strader. They're a little bit pitted, but nothing bad. But I'm having a hard time finding my corners, chrome corners. So I'm hoping to find them soon. That way I can get a chrome back bumper put on it and get rid of this old painted one. And I need to do a little work here. I'm still figuring out exactly how I'm going to do them. I am going to probably cut them out with metal and go in there and cut it out and make them. I don't think you can buy those aftermarket, those rear corners. So I'm going to have to make them myself and go in there and cut them out and weld them back in and fix. And one other thing is this rear quarter. It's got some shadow on it. But anyway, that rear quarter, it's got some rust in it pretty good I got to fix. But yeah, there's just a few things I still got to work on. I do have another lift gate to put on it. This old lift gate here, she's kind of got some rot on the inside of her, and the back glass ain't the greatest. And yeah, I bought another lift gate off an old buddy of mine. I'm gonna put on it, paint it. But yeah, that kind of sums it up. Put some of these little hot rod mirrors on it. I kind of like that look a little bit. Another little deal I done to it. Added a new antenna. But that kind of sums her up a little bit. And one thing I don't understand that I found out after I started working on these old cars is I don't know why General Motors, I may be wrong on this, but everything I've seen, the dog houses are primed in black where the bodies had a red oxide primer on them. I don't know why Chevrolet or General Motors done that. I'm not really sure. But I kind of patinaed it and tried to make all that match the right color with the red oxide primer on the roof and stuff. I still, like I said, I still got to do the rest of the body. This car wasn't painted the correct color, white and red, when I got it. It's supposed to be Indy Ivory, which that right there is. And then can't think of the name of the red off the top of my head, but you know what I'm saying, the old Chevrolet red. But this right here is a lot darker than what that is because I've let it fade. All I shot it with was just base coat, and I didn't do any clear coat on it. I wanted it to look, look patinaed, like I just drug it out of the side of the fence row somewhere. That's the look I was going for. And then, of course, put all new chrome and everything on it. But that's kind of everything I can tell you about it today. I am going to be doing some stuff. I got to put a new headline. That's one thing I'm fixing to do. I'm fixing to put a new headliner in it. A friend of mine over the other side of Scottsville, Joe Boyer, or Joe Bauer, my bad. He's got a real good upholstery shop over there, and I'm planning on doing everything with like the King Ranch Ford stressed leather look. So I'm gonna do my headliner in that, my door panels. Thinking about maybe incorporating some of the 57, that dark, that black cloud looking interior upholstery out of the 57. I think I'm gonna maybe include some of that in it. I'm not really sure yet, but I'm definitely going to put the stressed leather in it and just kind of go with that color combo. I think you'd say that's what I like. I know it ain't everybody, but hey, when you're building a hot rod, man, you build it. You build it for yourself. You build it for what you want. Don't worry about it. What everybody else wants. If they want something, let them build it. You know. But do it to satisfy yourself. And like I said, we build these old cars to have fun with, and that's what I built her for. And we do. We get out and we have a big time in her. Got some friends. I got a good friend of mine. He goes everywhere in his old 55. They go everywhere in his old 55. And I'm thinking later about possibly putting LS in it. I have traded. We go back to cars and cows. Well, I traded a Black Angus bull to a buddy of mine. It's got I don't know, it's an '03, '05, '06 Chevrolet. It's been wrecked truck. It's got a 5.3 in it, so I traded him a Black Angus bull to a motor and transmission. So I might be LSing this thing down in the future. My buddy Raleigh, he's 80 years old, or right at 80, and he's LS everything. He's all about the LS stuff, and I know he would be more than happy to help me swap it all out. So I might be doing that in the future. But anyway, I guess I'll call this one a good. And yeah, we live on a farm. We got chickens. But yeah, I'm going to call this one good, I think. And y'all be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.